Hello, my name is Carolyn Cushing from A Healthy Loving Life, and today I'm going to show you how to do the Cortices technique from Bodytalk. Now, this is such an important technique. I need to read from the textbook so that it gives you a really good understanding of why this technique is so important. So the underlying theory behind the Cortices technique is that all symptoms, conditions, and diseases are reflected in the brain at some level. This is what makes the Cortices technique the single most critical procedure in the Bodytalk protocol, as it addresses the entire body-mind complex by focusing on balancing the brain, regardless of what physical or emotional imbalances are present. So studies using infrared photography of patients with various symptoms found that there are cold spots of diminished blood supply or cellular activity in both hemispheres, apparently mirroring each other. So the theory postulates that everything that is problematic with the body is reflected in the brain as faulty activity, as these specific cold spots. So the key is that the significant improvements in many physical and mental illnesses are observed once the cellular activity of the neurons in these cold spots has been restored through the Cortices technique, thus making it possible for all parts of the brain to communicate with each other once again. Further, from a consciousness perspective, the brain symbolizes the belief systems that are considered to be stored there and act as the filters that create the present state of health. When balancing the brain using the Cortices technique, Bodytalk practitioners bring in this understanding to indirectly help the client with the process of releasing their belief systems. The clearer the brain is of dysfunctional beliefs, the healthier the body can then be. So this technique will clear up a lot of these cold spots, and it also balances the left and right hemispheres, as well as relaxes the body, and it improves mental clarity. So to begin, we're going to sit nice and tall. We take one of our hands and placing it on the base of our skull, which is our cerebellum and deep brain stem. And we tap out our head, breathing deeply, our heart, and our gut. Deep inhales and exhales. Moving our hand now from the base up onto our occipital lobes, tapping. And breathing. Moving up to our parietal lobes. And our frontal lobes. And the object here is to cover the entire brain. And finally, moving both hands onto our temporal lobes, keeping our fingers closed and our hands gently above our ears. Just deep inhale here. Exhale. And releasing both hands, one tapping your head, the top of your head, and your heart, and then moving down to tapping your heart and your gut or your navel. Deep inhales and exhales. And there we go. There we have it. That's 5 minutes of your time. And you can do that as often as you need. It will help with migraines and just clearing out some of those cold spots, as well as bringing in some clarity and some peace of mind. So enjoy and use it whenever you need it. Thank you.